Welcome again in the Umbrella Show with me, Dalila Hamza, only in Al Shifa Online TV. It's a great pleasure to have you here again. The Umbrella always sheds light and acts as a coverage in terms of community. We look at the community in a perspective way, in a proper way. We shield it and bring different professionals here in the Umbrella to ask about the impact they're making to the society and what needs to be done in the society. Today joining me is Muhammad Otieno, who is the CEO of CVN, which is the Vijana Network. He's going to talk about more and highlight the importance and significance of the youth. Remember that the topic today is how to link the youth into a successful future. Thank you very much for coming, Brian.
Thank you, Dalila.
Looking quite rejuvenated. Let me also remind you, he's also an author, right?
You're right.
We're going to get to know about a little bit later.
Thank you.
Make yourself as easy as possible here.
Thank you.
So, tell us about the journey. How has it been for TVN? And why TVN as a name?
Okay. Thank you, Dalila. As you said, my name is Muhammad Otieno. The journey for the Vijana Network has not been easy.
Okay.
And one thing that we know that for people to succeed or anyone to be successful, you must have the storms, and nothing is always easy. So the Vijana Network was formed on February, that was 18th, this year 2020. And when you came up with the Vijana Network, from the word the Vijana, when you look at the largest population, we're talking of the youths. That is the Vijana, combining the male and the female gender. Then when you say the network is bringing the youth together, they share ideas, grow together. For example, you are a profession in tailoring, and somebody who's on the other hand is a model. So these two people can work together, like I promote you, you promote me, and we rise together. Yes.
So let's talk about how has it been in that kind of path? You venturing there as a youth, how has it been for you?
Okay, to be honest, I don't work alone. We do have a dedicated team, and as the CEO, I'm really proud of them because there are people who are always in front. They see something, they give us the feedback. So when we came up with the Vijana Network, our main aim was to celebrate and empower youths. Because when somebody is doing something good outside there, you have to celebrate that person. The moment you celebrate him or her by giving him a trophy or doing something, he or she feels like, yeah, at least the community is noticing that I'm doing something good, and they are always with me, and they are building that platform for me to keep climbing the ladder. And anytime when you climb the ladder, you have to look back and pull other people, because there are people who helped you, and you must give back to the community in one way or the other. So when we came up with the Vijana Network, our main aim is to bring the youth together, because the largest population of this world is mainly held by the youth, and they are the leaders of today, because no one knows tomorrow. So we either lead today or we don't lead, because the coming generation depends on us. The generation that was there is also on us. You get? So when we say we celebrate or we empower, like we came up with this idea of coming up with the Mombasa Youth Awards, because we cannot empower people that we don't know. We don't know their profession, we don't know their talent, we don't know what they want. So we had to come up with a structure whereby we will be fetching data from these people, know that A, B, and C are doing good in this, and this is what they really want. And we as TVN, we see where and how we can chip in to lift them up. Yes.
Basically, let's talk about the reasons, the things that drove you to come as an organization, perhaps.
Okay, we came up as an organization because, to be honest, in terms of the finance, we were really bad. But we said, okay, we can't keep on complaining, but we can do something else. So we came up as a team, and we all contributed equal amount. And we registered it as a CBO, but our main aim and our main dream, TVN, is a company. And inshallah, after our Mombasa Youth Awards, we will register as a company, because we do have a lot of things to do, a lot of goals we want to do for the youths, and we can only do them as a company, because we all know the rules of under CBO. You only work under that county, like in Mombasa County. But when you talk about the youth are so many, because when you talk about the Mombasa Youth Awards, it is not just for Mombasa, but we're also planning for Nairobi Youth Award and all other the 47 counties. And that's why even when you look at our email account, it is the Vijana Network 47. So the 47 has got something in it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So basically under youths, because of the unemployment reasons, but I would like to say that our youths are forgetting one thing. Everyone was created with a talent, but people don't want to use their talent. You get? And when we registered as a CBO, we said, okay, let us do A and B for the meantime. Then we know what our youth really want, because to be honest, the youth of today, we are people that we don't like to be told what to do.
Okay.
But our parents should be sitting with us. The government should be sitting with us. Our guardians, all they need to do is to give us their ears.
Okay.
Like, okay, I am Muhammad Otieno. I am good at doing this. How will you come on board and help me? Instead of taking me to, okay, it's like putting us in that tunnel. Like telling me, okay, Muhammad Otieno, the only way for you to succeed, be a doctor, be a lawyer, yet that is not what I want. You get? So I rather share what I want and how you gonna help me. You get? So that is what I like to say, that our youth of today, all they need is your ears, either from our parents, from our government, every leader. You get? Instead of telling the youth, do this, do that, do that. That is not growth.
You've talked about the parents there at home sitting with us down, us telling them whatever we want to do as a career. But there's the CBC which has come in, the new curriculum. Do you think it's helping out?
Okay, when you talk about the new curriculum, there is this law called Moore's Law. I don't know if you've heard of it. It says that education system changes after every 18 months. That is 1 year, 6 months. You get? And putting our youth in that channel whereby if you don't go to school, if you don't become a lawyer, you don't become a doctor, you don't become B&C, you will not make it in your life. You get? While I'll give you a good example, like those who are playing football outside there, they're really doing it.
Okay.
And it's something, anything that you do, you have to do it with passion. You get? So it is not a must that, okay, going to school is good because having that knowledge is good. And that is whereby they say that education is the key to success. But with me as Muhammad Otieno, I don't think it is the key to success. What I can say is that implementation of what you learn is the key to success. Like, I'll give you a good example. How many people are outside there that have PhDs? They're broke. They're looking for a job. You get? So when you say that education is the key to success, when I go to school, get educated, I have the key. But if you break the key into key EY, keep educating yourself in that journey of you growing. You get? So anything that you learn in your life, if you don't implement it, you're not going to grow. So implementation of education now becomes the key to success.
Okay. If you're tuning in, this is the Umbrella Show. Today we're talking about how to link the youth to a successful kind of life. That's why we have the CEO of the Vijana Network, and who's going to enlighten us. And that's why we are roping you as the viewer. You can also send your comments or questions at Al Shifa Online TV Kenya, and we'll get back to you because you are the one who's going to be helping us through and communicating. They say feedback is very essential, and that is important. Muhammad, let's talk about when TVN is mentioned. What makes you outstand the other CBOs? And you've said you're planning to be a company very soon. So what makes you actually stand out from the rest? Okay,
when we say TVN, the Vijana, you know the word the Vijana has got a lot of power. And to me, I say you being a youth is an asset. But it will only be an asset for you to grow if how you use your energy and where you put it. You get?
Yeah.
And that is why I always say in each and every hospital, 2 kids are always born. You have the first kid that will go outside there, look for job. The other kid will go outside there to create job.
Okay.
You get? And when you talk about the unemployment, especially in youth, to me, I think now it's a high time for you to be creative, innovative. There is this God-given talent. If you don't use it, God takes it away from you, gives the other person. So you have to find your talent, find your niche, ask yourself, me as a youth, what do I want in my life? And when I hear anyone mentioning the TVN, I normally, there is that, let me say, I always feel excited, rejuvenated, because our youths, these are the people that are holding this nation, and they're the only one who can build it and take it to the next level, because those who are there in front of us, they already did their part. Today it's our time, and when we will be leaving this universe, the next coming generation they have to find that solid foundation laid, so that when they just come, they don't, okay, the others were here before us, they did A, B, and C, now it's our turn, and the generation keeps on going. You get? So our main dream is to become a company, and we being as a company, I know it will give us the chance and the space of doing more other things as compared to a CBO.
Okay.
You get? Yeah.
Now, let's talk about perhaps a viewer there, or perhaps somebody at home wants to join this TVN. Which kind of procedure, which kind of criteria should they use to come into your organization?
Okay, when you say about joining TVN, TVN is open for everyone. But you know, in every company or any working industry, you can't just take everybody and bring on board. When you bring somebody on board, he or she must have the purpose of being there. You must tell the person that this is your job, this is how you will be linking to each and every person. But for now, since we are really focused with the Mombasa Youth Awards, I will, okay, as you said, it's open for everyone, but for now we can't take people that, okay, we need you, we need him, we need her, you get. So our main aim of bringing the youths on board and working with us and sharpening their skills, so that they can also come and share, okay, I'm a youth, I have noticed that there's a loophole outside there, and you as the Vijana Network, if we work together, you can fill that loophole, you get. So other youths joining us, I'll say, once we are done with the Mombasa Youth Awards, they give us time, we register as a company, we create a good network, then we see how we as the Vijana Network and as our fellow youths can grow together, and everyone to make it in life.
Basically, I'll stick on that point still.
Yeah.
Do they have to like apply through the net, the procedures? Because I'm very, very sure perhaps they are very much excited to join you. Now tell them the parts, how can they be able to join you guys?
Okay, with joining us, you can, because the person running our sites, which is the Twitter, we have the Instagram account, and we have our email. So our Twitter is at the Vijana, Instagram is at the Vijana Network. Our email is thevijananetwork47@gmail.com. So with us, anytime you send a message to us, we're always quick in replying. You get. And if someone wants to join, guys, you are free to DM us, or you can call us with 07 98 77 80 90, and we will see how we can work together.
Sure.
Yeah.
You've talked about in your social media site, you've been very vocal talking about how you've been helping the Vijana out there socially. Now, elaborate to us. How socially do you work hand in hand with this Vijana?
Okay, when you say socially, especially at this generation, you know, everyone is in the internet. And under the Vijana Network, we have a platform called Behind the Scenes,
Okay.
whereby we normally do a live under Instagram. It is done every week. We bring people on board. We bring like modelers, journalists.
Okay.
We have done with them. So they share their journey with us, and through sharing their journey, those viewers get to ask questions. They get to be motivated, and someone who is inspired to join the journal industry, or being an author, or being a model, gets those tips, and he or she has the platform to ask questions and learn. Then at the end of the day, you ask yourself, okay, when I joined the live, did I learn something? Yes. Did I get the connection? Yes. So from here, what is my next step? Okay. You get? Yeah. So for now, people are mostly on the internet, and I would like to say to everyone, with us, especially with us as the Vijana Network, we always focus with where we are good at. On the weaker side, we don't focus on that. We just know we are good at this. How do we make it better? Because when things keep on going good, we always have these challenges. And when the challenges come, we have to find the solutions. So we are always free for anyone. And we also gave a chance where people could text, okay, I want to come on board. I want to share my journey with everyone. I want them to listen. I want them to learn. I want all of us to grow together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, during this COVID-19 pandemic, we have another second wave, which is very much agitating and traumatizing. How have you been, let's talk about the measures or the things you've been doing to support not only the youth, but also the community academically, considering that there's some of the youth which are at home and not going to school, some are learning online, and some don't even know what they're doing. So what are you doing at this particular juncture to make sure that you help them out?
Okay, at this particular junction, to be honest, as I said, our main focus for now is the Mombasa Youth Awards.
Okay.
You get, and we are those kind of people where we can't, okay, when you say you want to focus on A, B, and C, and some will have to fall. But we believe when we'll be doing the Mombasa Youth Awards, we just want to make it great, because if it's in Mombasa, it will only happen once in a year.
Okay.
You get, so after the Mombasa Youth Awards, we will be having these platforms of like coming on board, the mentorships, being a speaker. We share what you have with us, and we see how we can link you with other organizations or any other company. Like we have the Generation, we have Ajiri. These are people that we as the Vijana Network, we have contacts with them. And when they have any opportunity, they always share with us. We also help them sharing outside there, because the social media is too wide. And I really love the energy that they used to have, that when they spot an opportunity, it's always there and then.
Okay.
Yeah, so our main focus for now is holding the Mombasa Youth Awards, and we want to make it a great award, whereby when youths come, they don't just come on board and collect the trophies, but when they come there, at least they get to interact. That, okay, I am in the field of fashion, you are a journalist, you are a musician, so how can we help one another? Like, for example, if you are a musician and maybe I design good shoes or sandals, so when you are shooting your music, I can sell you these shoes. When you are outside there, you are already marketing me. So you are growing and I'm also growing.
Oh, you're marrying the idea together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure very much that our viewer there is very much excited, wanting to know this Mombasa Youth 2020 award.
Yeah.
It's concerning what exactly? Tell us the categories you have, and basically how do you nominate these nominees?
Okay, basically from the word, the Mombasa Youth Awards, because we believe when you want to do something, you start from home.
From home?
Yeah, so since since the Vijana Network was formed in Mombasa, we first have to do, we have to do something for the Mombasa youths, so that we can all be on that one basket, share our ideas, grow together. And the Mombasa Youth Awards has 28 categories. We have the best musician, the best baker, the best journalist. We have the best YouTuber, the best blogger, the best vlogger. There are so many categories. And we already did the nominations, and our nominations was done through our Instagram page. That's why I told you our main stronghold is the Instagram page. So by that time, we did not form the Google form, I think you know it, which we will use that under the voting for the transparency, so that when anyone comes on board to work, I'd like to see how did so and so win. You just look at the form and you count the votes. You get. So we have the 28 categories, and our criteria was, first, you must be in Mombasa, since it is the Mombasa Youth Awards. Second, you must be in the industry. If you are a journalist, if you are a baker, if you are a YouTuber, you must have been there for more than 1 year. Another thing, when we talk of youth, is from the age of 35 and below. You get. Yeah, so those were among our categories, and we were fair enough to choose the nominees. And each and every category, we were taking 5 people. Because people were so many, and everyone wants to outdo the other. You get. So when we'll be doing the Mombasa Youth Awards, it will not just be the position 1, 2, 3 coming to the venue, but youths will be coming together, whereby we will also give them a chance to share their ideas. Okay, I'm doing this and this. So maybe the guest of honors, or as we as the Mombasa, as the Vijana Network, we see how we can support them and grow together.
What about those who have disabilities now? How do you place them? The youth, some of the youth which are disabled perhaps.
Okay, when you talk about disability, okay, someone having the disability, that to me, that is not the end of of you being successful.
No, do they have some kind of are you going to nominate or rather choose the winner? Because I believe there must be a different perspective for them. They have to have their own group, you know. They'll be kind of separated, or do you just put them all together?
Okay, when you talk about youth, with us as the Vijana Network, we don't look at, okay, you are disabled or you are doing this. You get, because even the disabled people, there are some who are doing good.
Yeah.
And I can remember under the categories of socialist, we have this young lady who is disabled. She uses the wheelchair to move from point A to B, but she has been in that industry for more than 1 year. She is a youth, she is in Mombasa, and she is in that category. You get? So with us, we just put them all in under one umbrella. Although we know that, okay, when you are in good condition, you can do much better.
Yeah.
And when you are on this side, there are those challenges here and there. But everything goes with the passion and the dreams that you have.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll really drive in the part of the nominees and the winning part. Which kind of judges do you have, or which kind of guests will you be holding on the big day?
Okay, to be honest, our judges are, let me say, they are undercover, maybe for security reasons. You get? Yeah, okay, but these are people that we do trust, and they're transparent, and alhamdulillah, and I would like to congratulate them for the good work they have been doing. Because, as I said earlier, under the Vijana Network, we don't bring somebody on board if we don't have a purpose for him. You get? Yeah, when we bring you on board, we must tell you that A and B, this is your role. You must play it, collaborate with this and that. In case of anything, give us the feedback. Okay, so our judges have been doing good. Our advisors have been doing good. And as I said, since it is the Mombasa Youth Awards, we know that Mombasa, the one leading or governing Mombasa is our Governor Ali Hassan Joe. And we would like to invite him, of which we are in that procedure. And we will also like to invite all the MPs for everywhere, and even Nadia Nadu, who is now under the category of youths, so that when the youths come there, at least they know our guest of honors. They know, we also talk to our guest of honors and see how they can make our youths better and how they can proceed and grow.
The prizes, perhaps. Which kind of prizes will be offered? Let's talk about the different category, because I'm very sure that the youth will want to know, like, yes, I'm going through this, I'm going to do this and this, and you know, you have to fight for what you know you'll have.
Exactly.
So which kind of prizes will you be giving our youth?
Okay, we love position 1, 2, 3, and maybe and beyond. So we'll be having a trophy. We'll be having certificates, we'll be having medals. So at least in the certificates, at least, okay, I have been doing this, the community has recognized me, the Vijana Network has come on board, they have seen what I've been doing, my fans have nominated me, and I was selected, and I was shortlisted there. So when you have the certificate, at least it gives you that energy. When you have that trophy, anytime you place it at home there, you just pass, you see your trophy, you're like, okay, I have been doing something. This is now the short-term goal, and now you have to prolong your long-term goal to know, okay, this is my profession, this is how I'm going to achieve it, this is how I'm going to collaborate with the Vijana Network or any other organizations for me to succeed. So we'll be having trophies, we'll be having certificates, we'll be having medals, and apart from that, we'll also have that room for youths to talk to us, and the community to know the members of the Vijana Network, so that when you meet so-and-so on the road, you can say hi and say, okay, I have been having this problem, how can you help me? Yeah.
Let's turn to leadership. Always the youth are used as puppets. Some of the youth are being used as puppets by politicians who have malicious interest of their own.
Exactly.
You've been vocal in terms of telling the youth how important it is for them to stand out, right?
Yeah.
As an organization.
Exactly.
So what kind of plans do you have to boost, or rather to make the youth go for leadership?
Okay, under leadership, I believe everyone is a leader of his own. Because when you say, okay, I'm the CEO, and how I define CEO is different.
Okay.
Because it may say I'm the chief educative officer. The reason I say educative is because anything that I learn in my life, I have to come on board and share it with other people.
Other people,
you get,
yes.
Yeah, because I believe when you share your story, you get healed, and you also get to help somebody outside there who is going through the same thing. You get. So under leadership with our youths, as you had said, our leaders or some people from the government have been using youths for the wrong purpose. And I believe as youths, it's a high time for us to speak, because our voices really matter. And before you are invited to anything or you are given any activity to do, you must ask yourself at the end of the day, what will be the outcome? So and so has called me on board to do this and this. At the end of the day, what will I have gained? Or am I just here to be used, then after 2 months, after 1 month, I am dropped? You get? And in any field that you are called in, because I remember, like, a good example is when the Mombasa County was helping in the food distribution. I was among the team.
Okay.
And some of the people and some of my board members from the Vijana Network were also there. And to be honest, the youth of Mombasa came in plenty.
Large numbers.
Large numbers, you get. So after working maybe for around 1 week, 2 weeks, so you hear so and so asking, okay, how are we going to get our payments? You get. Because, okay, to be honest, the pandemic has really affected each and everyone. And now people are in that vision of economy. You get. But okay, since I said we all have different perspective, because with me, when I joined, to be honest, I was not looking at the payment. I was looking at, okay, since now at least I'll be getting to know these people from the county. I'll be meeting A, B, and C. So when I am there, apart from helping, I can share what I am going through as a youth, and I see how they can help us. And through that, I learned a lot of skills, especially under IT. I really gained a lot. And we also had the chance to get a certificate from the county. You guys, so these are the long-term goals. But to be honest with our youth, we are like, you give me this, now I'm out. Now that is the short-term goal. But the kind of skill you're going to get in that field, that skill will always help you. Because today, if I give you 200, even before the day ends, the money is not there.
Yeah.
But when you have the skill, you'll use it today, tomorrow, in future, share your skill with other people. You get, yeah. So I think that is the kind of the perspective and the mentality that our youth should be having now. Yeah.
If you're tuned in, again, the Umbrella Show is here. Send us your comments or your views. You could be able to change the life of a youth out there. The topic being how to make a successful youth, to create the betterment of the youth out there. What are the links to follow, or what are the things to do? You can send your comments and drop them down right there in our social media sites. Let's talk about the projections, Mohammed.
Yeah.
The projections of the future. Where do you see TVN as a company?
Okay, as I said, I'll say Alhamdulillah once again for the kind of team that we have. Because with me as Muhammad Otieno and our founder, Dr. Udi, we always have 3 things that we really need when choosing people.
Okay.
We look at the energy that you have. We look at the integrity. And one of the things that has really helped us a lot is we know as human beings we can't do anything without putting God first.
Yeah.
So you must be God-fearing, you must have that energy, and you must the integrity in you. And another plan that we have as TVN is that, okay, since social medias are now helping people to grow, in the near future, we will be having the TVN online TV,
Okay.
which is one of our goals. We'll be also having the radio stations. We really have a lot to do, and we keep on putting God first. And we are kind of people where we normally don't share our plans, but we like showing our results.
Okay.
That, okay, TVN came, this is what we have done. Okay, so share with us the experience that you people have been going through, what you still plan for the future, and the challenges that you have been going through, and how are you working on them to be better. So with us, we really have a lot to do. And as I said, as in the field or in the category of being a CBO, we are limited to doing some things. And that is why we will be shifting now to bring back TVN as a company. And from there, we will be having a lot to do. Because I believe for me to grow, for you to grow, we must help other people grow. And if you look at the data or the statistics for these people who have been successful, you become successful by helping other people. Because you cannot do it alone. You get, although human beings, and especially the youth, you are a big part of a machine. But you can't do everything alone. You must have the second hand, the third hand as you go on. So we really have a lot to do. And in the near future, let us just keep pushing, putting God first, and we will keep everyone posted.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
Thank you.
Now let's move on to the underground. Now let's talk about, are you planning to go to the streets of Mombasa, like campaigning? Because I believe there are some people who do not have smartphones actually.
Yeah.
So how are you planning on reaching them?
Okay, on reaching them, because there are some who have the smartphones, but it depends on how you're using your smartphone too. You get, and that is why we don't just work on the Instagram, Twitter, and the calls, but we also have the WhatsApp group. We had 2 WhatsApp groups. One is not that active, but we have the main one, which is so very active. So when we talk about those who don't have smartphones, and I remember when we were planning the Mombasa Youth Awards, we shared some flyers whereby we will be doing our nominations like this, the date of the awards, and since the pandemic came, now we had to restructure everything, and probably we might do it at the end of this month. I know that will cause a lot of excitement to people.
Yes.
Or in the first week of December, according to the feedback that we will be getting from the sponsors that we are looking up to, and the people that we know A, B, and C will come on board and support us. So those who don't have smartphones, and now in this era, I don't think if there are people who don't have smartphones.
Muhammad, it is very much possible. There are some youths who are in the interior. Now that's a challenge to you. Yeah, that's a challenge to you. Make sure that you reach them and tell them what TVN is, and empower them, whatever they may be.
Inshallah.
Let's move on to the challenges you face as an organization.
Okay, the challenges we have faced as an organization first is collecting the data from the youths. It has become a very big challenge, because when we opened the Instagram account, a lot of people joined after sharing the link and telling people that, okay, TVN is now here. And for us to collect data, okay, you know, you cannot collect data from somebody if you don't have something in return.
Yeah.
It's a give and take.
Okay.
So when we said, okay, we'll be doing the Mombasa Youth Awards, people will be nominated, we'll be selecting using this criteria. So when we text you that, okay, you have been nominated, we need your full name, according to the identification card, we need your phone number, we need your social media account. So this person will be giving us the data, knowing that, okay, TVN is here, this is what they're planning to do, and this is an organization that is trusted. So alhamdulillah, until now, we really have a lot of names, around 5,000 plus.
Yeah,
those
congratulations.
Yeah, so those are names. We have their phone numbers, and we know how to reach them through the social media. So after that, and another thing, we also know that so and so is in profession in this. If you are a modeler, you are a journalist. So in each and every opportunity that comes on board, or other organizations share with us the opportunity, we just look at our list. We know, okay, so and so, this one fits him or her. We give a phone call, then they grab the opportunity. If it is theirs, it will be. And if something is not yours, so be it.
So be it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, I want you to tell us about the successful stories you've had so far, of the people that you have been mentoring, for the people that you have been empowering out there, the successful stories of it.
Okay, when you talk about the successful story that the people that we have helped, especially when we came up with behind the scenes, we have really helped a lot of people in terms of ideas. People have shared what they have been thinking. So just to elaborate, behind the scenes, from the word behind the scenes, let me say, for example, you are an author. The only thing people will see at the end of you being an author is when you will be launching that book. You get, but they really don't know what you have been going through back here. And these are things that when you share outside there motivate someone.
Okay.
So for someone who wants to be an author or who wants to be a journalist, knows that, okay, when I join this industry, I will be going through certain challenges. And since this person has been there, he or she has shared the solutions to his or her challenges. So when I go through such things, this is the solution. You get. And another thing under empowerment, for me personally, especially my dressing codes, there is this guy called Mickey Fashion. So with me, okay, there is no need for me going somewhere to promote other people. Yet I already have a friend that is talented in designing clothes. So I just say, okay, Mickey Fashion, this is what you're doing. Okay, I need this and this. He checks the measurements. I give him my deposit according to our agreement. Okay, in the next 2 days and then in the next 3 days, your design will be out. You get. So especially when you look at even all my book launch, like my first book launch and my second book launch, all my dressing have been done by Mickey.
Okay.
You get. So you just have to know that so and so is doing this. How can I help him or her? As you as a person or as an organization. As long as at the end of the day you both grow. Because growth is very important. So you either grow or die. But with TVN, you are not ready to die.
Oh, you want to struggle and still survive.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're also an author. Actually, quite interesting view that we have a book of a young star called No Human is Limited. As a youth, what really inspired you in coming up with such a book?
Okay, me coming up with the title No Human is Limited is, I think for me, it's a high time for each and every person, apart from the youths, we have to realize the power of words. Okay, because we normally used to say, okay, no human is limited, but we don't know the meaning and the power of no human is limited. You get, and when you say no human is limited means that each and every person, no matter where you are, no matter in which condition you are, as long as you have a dream, you have your goals, and you have that passion, you will achieve it. And always put God first, because without God you can't do anything. So when I came up with the title No Human is Limited, that is before even Eliud Kipchoge set his own record.
His own record,
yeah,
yes.
You get. So after him setting the record, then now people realize that, okay, no human is limited. So it kept on trending.
Okay.
You get. Yeah, because...
So you're the founder of the word?
No, I can't say I'm the founder of the word.
Okay.
When I came in this universe, these words were there. But as I said earlier, it's high time for us to realize the power of words.
Okay.
Like when you, like I give example, when somebody tells you, just do it. Because that is another title that is in my third book, just do it. From the word, just do it. If you want to do something, just do it.
Just do it, go for it.
Yeah, just do it, go for it. Okay, this is my dream, just do it. Because at the end of the day, it is you. Have you achieved it? Yes. Have you achieved it? No. You can't keep on pointing fingers at, okay, I did not do it because of A, B, and C. Okay, it is because of A, B, and C. What did you do about the A, B, and C for you to come back on track and achieve what you wanted?
You've also written some of the books like 1%.
Be the 1%.
Be the 1%. What inspired you? And I want you to not inspire me only, but I'm very sure that at home there, they want to be inspired as well. What inspired you to be the 1%? What does this mean?
Okay, basically I remember when I was launching my first book, No Man is Limited, I did it at Swahili Poet with the partnership of Ajiri.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I was launching my book, then now as my fellow youths were on board there talking, and I was just in this position. Then I was like, the only question I was asking myself, okay, when will be my next second book? Okay. Because I'm that kind of person that I don't live in the past. Okay, I have achieved my first book, second book, third book. You keep it, okay, because in anything because in anything that you want to do or you want to achieve, it's not an event, but it's a process. Yeah. And a gradual process. You get. So when after launching my first book, then I was like, okay, Alhamdulillah, I received a good feedback from people that, okay, Muhammad, we will really like you to teach us how to write books so that we can write like you. And to be honest, I remember there's this young lady, I can't recall his name, but I remember telling her that there is no one who can write a book like me. And that is to be honest. But the only thing people can do, they can write books better than me.
Oh,
you get. Yeah, because okay, there is no way you can do something that I'm doing in the same way, but I believe you can do better than me. That is what I believe they can do. So when I got a lot of feedback, I said, okay, that is when I wrote my second book, How to Write a Book, especially for the beginner. How to write a book for the beginners. And I said, okay, since it's my fellow youths, I'm not going to sell this book, but I gave it out for free as an ebook. So I opened as many groups as I could. I shared the book and people were like, okay, wow, this is good. So I told them just keep reading, keep learning. In case of any question, feel free to ask. Now I'm done with the second book. What's my third book? So I said, okay, in this universe, for you to be successful, you must have to do things that other people are not doing. So especially me coming up with Be the 1%, to be honest, I had 16 titles for that book. So it was about eliminating this and this, drop this. Like I had that, okay, be different, be you.
Be
Get,
you.
yeah. But in all these 16 titles, they were just talking about the same thing. So I said, okay, I just closed my eyes, pointed the pen, be the 1%. That is now how I took the
So you just do it that
yeah,
way.
so be the 1% is, I say it's like a blueprint. Whereby when you want to go somewhere or you want to do something, you have to follow that structure. It's not just a book like a normal other books, but I have given it my all, and my main target is for the youths. When you talk about be the 1% and you ask somebody, okay, what would you like to do in future? I would like to be like so and so. And I always say like, okay, so and so is taken. Do what you want to do. This is what I want to do, just do it. Other people have done it, but you can do it in a different angle. Whereby people will be like, okay, I've been doing this, but so and so has been seeing it in a different angle. So you become that 1%. You be the change. Because, okay, with me, I don't want to be the best in anything that I do, but I want to be the first. I want to be the first to inspire people. I want to be the first one to inform people through my books. I want to be the first to impact them in anything that I am doing.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm now in the second last phase of the book, which is the printing. After printing, I'm sure in the second week of November, I'll be launching the book. After launching the book, I'll do a book reading session whereby you come as readers and as fellow youths. You ask questions, I read the book for you. Anything that you don't understand, I come on board, I have to explain it. So after that, maybe I'll be doing a book tour in the universities that are opened, either in Mombasa or in Nairobi, because I really want to take the book to the international level.
To higher heights.
Yes, and I remember that is one thing that I told my publisher, that be the 1% will not be like any other book.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now, I want us to be what you want, do what you want to do. Now, let's go to the youth now, the sessioning, the community out there. Let's try telling them, tell us the journey, how it is. Perhaps some of them are like, I can't be like Muhammad because Muhammad is quite perfect, 1% and all those books. Where do I start?
Okay, with me I say from the word provide. From the word provide, it has got each and every meaning. So P always stands for the perception.
Perception.
R is for the relationship. Your relationship with your dream.
Okay.
Because there must be a relationship. Okay, if I want to achieve something, it depends on how I'm relating to it. Because if I want to achieve something and you give yourself time, okay, maybe in 1 year, that 1 year can be short and it can be long according to what you are doing. You get? And that is P and R, that is provide. Then O stands for the offer. What am I going to offer? Now that, okay, I have achieved it, what am I going to offer? Feed the validity. Then I and D is the identification. When I come on board, how do I identify myself with people? Then E, which is the experience. Because in anything that you do, you never know who is watching. Somebody might come on board, okay, you have been doing this and this. How has the journey been? Now you share that experience. So to my fellow youths, I say, for the first thing that you have to do, and this is one rule, and I don't think there is any other rule that will ever outdo this. Because for me, the journey has not been easy, and I don't expect easy things. But I always say, I put God first. Even before, when I come up with titles that I want to do this, first thing I always have to pray, because coming up with all these words is not easy. Yeah, you get. And when you normally talk to your creator, he keeps on adding ideas. So to the youths, first you really have to know what do you really want to do. There is something called me and I time. We normally, to my fellow youths, to be honest, we normally don't do this, because when the day starts and the day ends, everyone is busy. We accept that. But you can't be busy when you don't know what I really want. So I think it's high time we should create something called me and I time. Or in a day, just give yourself 15 minutes. Ask yourself, what do I really want? You get? Okay, now this is me, Muhammad Otieno. I am an author. Apart from an author, what can I do? I'm a speaker. So how do I come on board? Or to whom and who do I talk to? Because as we speak today, our youths are very selfish. We are selfish to an extent we can't share even ideas. Because we live in a fishy world. Everyone is a fisherman. You share idea, somebody picks it. But I believe when you share an idea and somebody picks it, the only thing people cannot duplicate, they can't duplicate your vision and the goal for whatever you're doing. Because for today, if you open a business somewhere and you find another person doing the same business, the two of you, the visions are different. Even if the person duplicated it from you, the vision that you have for that business, the goals that you have is different. So in all the youths, we have to ask ourselves, what do you really want in your life? Okay, now I am satisfied it is this. If it is your parents, talk to your parents, share with them, okay, this is what I want in my life. You as my parents, how are you going to help me? Because, okay, our parents, they normally want the good for us, and they really have a lot of connections. And we'll only connect you to someone when you already have something on board. You get, okay, this is what I want, I'm connecting you with so-and-so, and this is how you're going to grow.
Wow, so you're also a speaker?
A speaker and a scriptwriter.
Okay, what else are you? Just to inspire that, because I'm very, very sure most of the youth out there, they have the capability, they have the skills, they have everything it takes to be there.
Yeah.
But it's just covered by fear.
Exactly.
Fear is consuming them more than
and it's really
fire. Now, let's talk about yourself now. Apart from being a speaker, what else were you before you even ventured in this kind of path?
Okay, as I said earlier, that we human beings are a big part of a machine. And a good example is when I can ask you, like, how many social media accounts are you running? And before the day ends, you will be in all these social media accounts. Okay, people are not following me, so what can I do? You get, so we are a big part of a machine. And with me, apart from being an author and a speaker, I'm a magazine designer. I design magazines, the soft copies. I design a lot of posters, working with the TVN, mentoring my fellow youths. And anything that I do it to an angle whereby we grow as we and not I. Apart from that, I'm also the founder of Share Your Story. It's a magazine platform whereby we bring people on board, they share their stories. These are people that have made it. They share their stories and their experience. Another thing apart from that, I'm the founder and the chairperson of this organization called Mindset Youth Empowerment. From the word mindset, everything that you want starts from the mind. Because I remember the last time I was asking my friend that, okay, do you remember the first app that was brought in this universe? Then I was like, okay, Facebook, Instagram, no. So the first app was your brain. Because the person that designed the app, the brain. So everything starts from the mind. You get, yeah.
Thank you very much. Now let's get your last remark, though it's really sounded quite interesting in having you in the studio, but we have to wrap it up. Now tell us your last views to the community and the youth especially out there.
Okay, first of all, I say thank you once again. And to those who are watching, I really don't have much to say, but what I can say is that never lose the sight of a gazelle just because of a dashing squirrel. What I mean by that is, when I say the gazelle, I mean the dreams. When I talk of the dashing squirrel, these are the challenges that you will have to encounter. So no matter what you go through in your life, or no matter what you are going through, the challenges are there to shape you up. You get? So don't lose the sight of your vision. Always keep God first, because this is something that has really taught us a lot, especially the pandemic. It has brought us to an extent whereby we now have to go back to our Creator. So always keep God first, keep pushing, keep going. In anything that you do, you never know who is watching. And that is me, through writing my books, is when now I was brought in by, there's a director from Nairobi. Now I'm writing a script. It's a series. It's called Amina, under saying, sorry, it's under Say No to Rape. And soon we will be releasing the first season of the first episode before the year ends. So in anything that you are doing, never lose the sight of a gazelle just because of dash squirrel.
You've heard it from Muhammad, and this has been an interesting session. Hope you had a wonderful time as you've tagged along from the start till now. I'd like to thank the whole team of Al Shifa TV for making this program an amazing session for you guys. Remember that you can also like and share this video for more youths to actually learn more. And don't forget to subscribe in our YouTube channel for more amazing content. I'm Dalila Hamza. Remember, it's always about the way you reflect and see yourself. It's a bye-bye for now. Until next time.